Hello everyone. So I am here to solve some of the problems of class 10th mathematics. So as we all know that this is very tough situation for all of us. So I request everyone to please be at home and follow the instructions that has been given by the government and other officials, because this is very precious time, and as we all know that if we go out we'll be in danger and we'll make others also to be in danger. So please be at home, stay safe. So let me start with arithmetic progression. So this is class 10th mathematics. So the first chapter is arithmetic progression. As we all know that progression is something to progress. So what we are doing now is to move forward. So we know that, so let us assume that there is stairs. There are some 5 stairs, 5 steps. First step, second step, third step, fourth and fifth, so on. So let us assume that in the first step there are 2 bricks. Similarly in the second step, which is the height of the second step is same as that of first. Like if the height of first step is 5 meter, or if it is 50 centimeter, similarly the height of second step will be 50 centimeter and again 50 centimeter, so it will be 1 meter. So usually there won't be any steps which is of 1 meter. So practically if we are taking, so if we take the height of steps to be, the first step to be 10 centimeter, those automatically the second step will be 10 plus 10, 20, and the third 10 plus 10 plus 10, so 30, so on, 40, 50. So in the first step if we are taking, so the height of first step is 10 centimeter, so assume that there are 2 bricks, each of 5 centimeter and 5 centimeter. So in the first step there are 2 bricks. So similarly we know that the height of the second step is 20 centimeter, so obviously it will be 2 plus 2, 4. Similarly if we take the third step, there will be 4 and one more 2, so 6. So if we take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, they are all in progression. So arithmetic progression. So if we take example 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So there are 5 steps. So 5 steps means, so this many bricks are used. So similarly there are many other problems. For example, you might save 100 rupees this month. So the next month you will be saving one more 100 rupees. So it will be 100 and 100. Similarly 100. So this keeps on increasing. So there is one more situation. For example, if this year if you are going to save 1000 rupees, this year you will be saving 1000 rupees. So next year, since you will be 1 year elder, so your parents might start giving you one extra 1000 rupees. So if this year if you are saving 1000, so next year your parents will give 1000 more. So it will be, they might give you 2000 rupees. Similarly, the succeeding year, they might give you 1000 rupees more. Since you are becoming older and older, so they trust you and they start giving you the amount. So the next year, they might give you 3000. So if you see, initial, first year it was 1000, second year 2000, third year it was 3000. So again it kept on increasing. This is also an example for arithmetic progression. So in all this, if you are seeing, there is a first term. The first term here in this case it is 2. Here it is 1000. So usually the first term is represented by small a. Small a. So, and one more, there is common difference. The common difference, as we all know, difference is nothing but the difference of 2 numbers or difference of 2 digits or whatever it may be. So here the common difference is the succeeding terms. If you take the common difference in first case, it is the second term minus the first term. So common difference in first case is second term 4 minus the first term 2. So the common difference is 2. It's not just for the second term and the first term, even if it's the same for third term and the second term. So what we need to do is we need to take the succeeding term and the preceding term. So the succeeding term, it is 6 minus 4, 2. Similarly, the next term 8 minus the preceding term, 8 minus 6, 2. So if we see here, the common difference in all the cases is same, that is 2. So obviously this is an arithmetic progression. So one thing you need to remember is, in all the arithmetic progressions there will be a first term and the common difference. The common difference in all the terms, like between two terms, it should be the same. If the common difference is same, then that is said to be in arithmetic progression. So if we take the second example, in the first year it was 1000 rupees. So obviously the first term is 1000, that is A is 1000. Then the second year they gave you 1000 rupees more than the first year. So it is 2000. Here the common difference is second year minus the first year. So it is 2000 minus 1000, that is 1000. So similarly, if you take third term, third year and the second year, it will be 3000 minus 2000. Again it's the same, 1000. So if you see, second year minus first year, second year minus first year is 1000. Similarly, third year minus second year, third year minus second year is also 1000. So if you see the common difference in both the cases, it is same, that is 1000 rupees. So hence this is also an arithmetic progression. So there are some other progressions like geometric progression and other progressions. So for now you need to only focus on arithmetic progressions. So there are similar examples. If you take the simple interest, so simple interest in each year will be the same. Simple interest, if you want to find the simple interest, is PTR by 100. You can solve. So I'll use some more example in the coming classes. So there is compound interest as well as simple interest. So out of those you need to find out which is in arithmetic progression, which is not. So let's start solving some of the problems. So coming back, in the textbook there are some of the problems or some of the exercises that they have given for you. So let's solve those things. So coming to the first exercise, so they have given a taxi which is traveling some distance, let it be 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers or n number of kilometers. So what they are doing is, for the first few kilometers they are going to charge some fixed amount. So that is the taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is 15 rupees for the first kilometer and 8 rupees for additional kilometer. So what they have given is the taxi fare after each kilometer when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer. So for the first kilometer it is 15 rupees. So how much ever distance you travel below 1 kilometer, you have to pay 15 rupees. So that is what we see in most of the metro cities, like in auto rickshaws and Ubers, Olas and everything, because what they do is, no matter how many kilometers you travel, there will be some fixed price. So if you travel anything less than that, you have to pay that much of amount. You can't say that I have traveled only 500 meters, so I will be paying half of the amount. No, you can't do that. So if you are traveling 500 meters also, you have to pay the cost which is there for 1 kilometer. so that is a fixed price. So what they have given is, for the first kilometer it is 15 rupees, and for the distance what you travel after that, for each kilometer you need to pay 8 rupees. So for the first kilometer it is 15 rupees. So here A is usually denoted by the first term. So here A is 15 kilometer. Sorry, 15 rupees. For the first kilometer you are paying 15 rupees. For the additional kilometers you will be paying 8 rupees. So assume that there is 2 points A and B, which is at a distance of 10 kilometers, or let us say for example it is at a distance of 2 kilometers. So let's start with some smaller examples. So it is at a distance of 2 kilometers. So what they have given is, for the first kilometer you will be paying 15 rupees. After that you will pay 8 kilometers more, that is extra 8 rupees. So for the first, if it is 2 kilometer, for the first kilometer you will be paying 15 rupees. After that you will be paying 8 rupees. So if you want to travel from A to B, so totally you will be paying 23 rupees. So how did you get that? So it is first term 15 plus 8. 8 is nothing but the common difference. So let's see how it came. So it is 23. So similarly, if you want to travel 3 kilometers, let us say that A and B are at a distance of 3 kilometers. So for the first 1 kilometer you will be paying 15 rupees. So after that, from first to second, from 0 to first kilometer you will be paying 15 rupees. From 1 kilometer to 2 kilometer you will be paying 8 rupees. So from 2 to 3 you will again be paying 8 rupees. So if it is at a distance of 3 kilometers, for the first kilometer you will be paying 15. So second 8 and third 8. So totally 15 plus 8, 23, 23 plus 8, 31. So you will be paying totally 31 rupees. So how did you get that? 15 plus 8 plus 8, 31. So for 2 kilometers you will be paying 23. For 3 kilometers you will be paying 31. So similarly, if you are taking one more kilometer, so assume that you will be traveling one more extra kilometer. So you will be adding 31 plus 8. So for the 4th kilometer you will be paying 39. So when you take all these terms, 23, 31, 39. So what did you find in this first term? So before this it is 15, because from 0 to 1 kilometer you will be paying only 15 rupees. So this is for the first kilometer, second, third and fourth. So for the first kilometer you will be paying 15 rupees. So A is 15. So for the second 23, for the third 31 rupees and for the fourth 39 rupees. So here if you are taking A is 15. So if you want to find the common difference, you need to find the difference of second and the first. So it is 23 minus 15, it is 8. Similarly, 31 minus 23 is 8. So if you find the other, it will also be 8. So is this in arithmetic progression? Obviously yes, because the common differences are the same. It has a first term. So the taxi fare in any of the metro cities usually will be in arithmetic progression.